Napoleon Hill motivation. Why money is energy and how to start attracting wealth. What if I told you that the wealth you've always dreamed of is already within your reach? Napoleon Hill, one of the most successful thinkers of the 20th century, revealed the secret to attracting wealth that most people overlook. But here's the catch. It's not about working harder or earning more money. It's about aligning your thoughts and beliefs with the energy of wealth. Let's dive in and uncover how you can start manifesting financial abundance today. Part 1. Introduction to Napoleon Hill's philosophy. Money is energy. Napoleon Hill's teachings have shaped the way we understand wealth, success, and personal development. One of the most revolutionary concepts Hill introduces is that money is not just a physical commodity, but an energy force. To understand why money is energy, it's essential to explore Hill's perspective on the laws of attraction, the role of mindset, and how thoughts transform into tangible results. Hill's assertion that what the mind of man can conceive and believe, it can achieve encapsulates his view that wealth is the result of both mental clarity and the power of sustained focus. The concept of energy and money. Money, as Hill explains, functions as a form of energy, much like any other force in the universe. Energy is constantly moving, flowing, and interacting with its environment. And Hill argues that wealth is no different. The universe, he claims, is abundant, and the flow of money is a natural part of this abundant system. It is not something that is withheld or limited, but something that we can tap into through the proper mindset and actions. Money, in this context, should not be viewed simply as a resource or object to be accumulated for the sake of accumulation. It is a reflection of our energy. When you align your mindset with positive, goal-oriented thoughts, money begins to flow into your life naturally. The energy that you put out into the world through your thoughts, actions, and intentions resonates with the universe, which then responds by creating opportunities for you to attract financial prosperity. The role of thoughts in energy and wealth creation. Hill emphasizes that thoughts are things. They are powerful enough to influence not only our actions, but also our results. This concept links directly to the idea that money is energy. Money flows toward individuals who consistently radiate thoughts of abundance, belief in themselves, and the conviction that they deserve to receive wealth. The mind, according to Hill, is an electrical instrument that can be used to influence the energy around us. It is through the focused, sustained application of thought that we are able to direct our lives toward the accumulation of wealth. Hill argues that successful individuals are those who understand this law of attraction. They don't just wish for money. They project an energy of wealth into the universe and expect it to return in kind. For instance, successful business people and entrepreneurs don't just think about money in transactional terms. They think about the energy of value they create, the impact they have on others, and how they can serve the needs of their market. Their thoughts shape their actions, and those actions translate into material wealth. In this way, wealth is seen not as something external, but as something that exists as an extension of the individual's energetic alignment with their goals. Energy in the subconscious mind. One of the key concepts Hill explores in depth is the power of the subconscious mind. He believes that the subconscious mind is a vast reservoir of power that can be harnessed to achieve success. By planting the seed of desire for wealth into the subconscious, we create a magnetic pull that draws money into our lives. This aligns directly with the concept of money being energy. The subconscious mind, when properly conditioned, sends out vibrations that align with the energy of wealth. Hill introduces the concept of autosuggestion, where a person consciously feeds positive thoughts and affirmations into their subconscious to program it for success. Through repetition and belief, the subconscious mind begins to believe that wealth is not just possible, but inevitable. As a result, it creates opportunities and circumstances that bring wealth into one's life, often in unexpected ways. The key is that the subconscious mind doesn't differentiate between reality and imagination. Therefore, by visualizing success, wealth, and the lifestyle you desire, your mind begins to send out the right energy signals. These signals then manifest in the physical world, aligning you with opportunities and people who can help you achieve your financial goals. Energy is the fuel for action. Hill's concept of money being energy is not purely metaphysical. It's also practical. It involves action. While thoughts are powerful, they are not enough on their own. The energy of money is activated when you take inspired action toward your goals. Hill emphasizes that you must move decisively toward your objectives. The energy of wealth does not flow to passive individuals. It flows to those who actively engage with the world, find ways to add value, and persist through challenges. To understand this, consider how an idea without action is like energy without direction. It dissipates. But when you apply action to the energy of your thoughts, you focus that energy in a particular direction. For example, a person who has the desire to build a business must not only think about it, but take concrete steps toward making that business a reality. Each action they take, no matter how small, aligns their energy with their desired outcome. Whether it's contacting potential clients, developing a product, or investing in personal development, each step activates the flow of energy toward wealth. Visualization and the law of attraction. In Hill's framework, visualization is another tool to harness the energy of money. Visualization allows you to not only imagine the financial success you desire, but also feel the emotions associated with it. This practice amplifies your energy and sends a stronger signal to the universe. The law of attraction, which Hill references, suggests that by focusing on wealth and abundance, you will draw it toward you. This principle is not about passively waiting for opportunities to come. Rather, it is about actively attracting opportunities through the power of focused thought, emotion, and action. The clearer your vision and the stronger your emotions connected to that vision, the more likely you are to see tangible results. Hill encourages his followers to practice definiteness of purpose. The more specific and clear your goals, the more energy you can channel toward achieving them. Part 2. Why thoughts determine wealth and the role of mental clarity. Napoleon Hill's assertion that thoughts are things is central to understanding how wealth is attracted. This foundational principle posits that all wealth starts as a mental concept before it can be materialized into reality. Hill, through his study of successful individuals, recognized that the most accomplished people didn't just think about their goals. They visualized and believed that they were capable of achieving them. In this section, we delve deeper into how mental clarity and the way we think directly influence our financial success. The power of focused thought. In Hill's philosophy, thoughts are not just fleeting ideas that come and go. They are the first cause of all wealth. The human mind has an incredible ability to focus on specific ideas. And when one focuses on the idea of wealth, believing in it with absolute clarity, it sends out a signal to the universe. This signal then attracts the right opportunities, people, and circumstances to bring that wealth into physical form. However, the power of focused thought requires mental discipline to effectively draw wealth. Hill emphasizes the importance of eliminating distractions and negative thoughts. Successful individuals tend to cultivate a mindset that is exclusively focused on their goals. No matter how difficult or improbable those goals may seem at the outset, the act of concentration, giving all of one's mental energy to a specific goal, is what allows the energy of wealth to manifest. For example, consider an entrepreneur who is starting a new business. If they consistently focus on the idea that their business will succeed, visualize the steps they will take, and cultivate an unwavering belief in the possibility of financial success, they are sending out clear signals to the universe. On the other hand, someone who harbors doubts or distractions is more likely to experience confusion and struggle because their thoughts are not aligned with the energy of success. The importance of definite purpose. Hill stresses that a definite purpose is crucial in the wealth-building process. This purpose acts as a guiding light for all actions and thoughts. Without a clear objective, the energy of money has nowhere to flow. A vague desire for wealth or success will never generate the energy needed to attract abundance, because it lacks direction. In contrast, a definite purpose, backed by focused thought and unshakable belief, channels that energy into a clear and powerful stream. For instance, instead of simply desiring financial freedom, Hill advocates defining exactly what that freedom looks like. What specific amount of wealth do you want to achieve? And by what date? How will you get there? This clarity allows you to align your thoughts, actions, and emotional energy toward a singular goal. The more specific your purpose, the easier it is for the universe to recognize your intentions and deliver the necessary resources to you. Faith and belief in the process. Another critical element in Hill's philosophy is the role of faith. Faith is not just a religious concept, but a mental state that is necessary for success. Hill argues that one cannot attract wealth if they do not believe it is possible for them to achieve it. Faith in oneself and the belief that wealth is a natural outcome of their thoughts and actions are necessary for wealth to manifest. Hill points out that it is not enough to have a general belief in success. You must believe in your specific ability to create it. For example, a person who doubts that they can ever make a significant amount of money will unconsciously block the flow of energy from the universe. On the other hand, someone who fully believes in their capability to achieve wealth, through whatever path they choose, will start to attract the resources and opportunities they need. Faith in the process also involves belief in opportunities, even when they are not immediately visible. Successful people often attribute their success to a combination of preparation and an open-mindedness to opportunities that others might dismiss. Hill teaches that faith is the bridge between your desires and the universe's response. It solidifies your intent and aligns the mental energy with the forces that will bring the desired outcome. The subconscious mind as a magnet for wealth. Hill describes the subconscious mind as the connecting link between the conscious mind and the universal mind. The subconscious mind is where your desires, beliefs, and emotions are processed, and it is here that the energy of wealth is activated. This part of the mind is where thoughts, whether positive or negative, take root and begin to shape your reality. Hill emphasizes that the subconscious mind works 247 to help manifest your desires. If you are constantly focusing on wealth and success, your subconscious mind will begin to process those desires as though they are already part of your life. It will then send out signals to the universe that align with your thoughts and emotions, attracting the opportunities, resources, and people who can help you achieve your goals. To ensure that the subconscious mind is working for you, Hill recommends autosuggestion, the practice of affirming your desires aloud to yourself multiple times a day. By consistently repeating your goals and desires, you are programming your subconscious mind to attract the resources you need. This practice, when done with belief and emotion, can be a powerful tool for manifesting wealth. Moreover, the subconscious mind is influenced by the images and emotions you feed it. It is not just about repeating affirmations, but also about visualizing success and feeling the emotions associated with achieving your goals. The more vivid and emotionally charged the images and feelings, the more powerful the signal that is sent out to the universe. Action and consistency, the engine behind wealth creation. While thoughts and beliefs are the energy that attracts wealth, action is the engine that drives that energy into physical form. Napoleon Hill cautions that the law of attraction must be coupled with persistent, focused action. Wealth does not just appear because you think about it. It requires hard work, discipline, and consistency. Hill talks about applied faith, the faith that inspires you to act. Even when things aren't going perfectly, this action must be in alignment with your definite purpose, and it must be done with the intention of adding value to others. Wealth, according to Hill, is always the result of providing something of value to the world. Whether that value comes in the form of a product, service, or idea, it must be beneficial to others. It is through this continuous action that wealth is generated. For example, a business owner doesn't just wait for customers to come. They proactively market their business, improve their product, and constantly look for ways to enhance their offerings. They take actionable steps every day to move closer to their financial goals. Each action reinforces their belief in their purpose and channels the energy of wealth toward them. Part 3, the role of self-belief and faith in attracting wealth. In Napoleon Hill's philosophy, belief and faith are integral to attracting wealth. These two elements are the foundations that underpin everything else in his teachings. Without belief in oneself and unwavering faith in the process of manifestation, the energy of money cannot flow freely. Hill asserts that wealth is not simply a matter of external circumstances, but an internal process that begins with how we see ourselves, our capabilities, and the potential for success. The power of self-belief. Hill is adamant that self-belief is the starting point for attracting wealth. A person's belief in their own worth and their ability to succeed is perhaps the most important factor in determining whether they will become wealthy. If you don't believe you can achieve something, you won't take the necessary actions, and you won't send the right signals to the universe. Self-belief isn't just about wishful thinking. It's about cultivating an inner knowing that you deserve success and that you are capable of achieving your goals. This belief needs to be unwavering, regardless of external circumstances or setbacks. Hill uses the example of Thomas Edison, whose faith in his inventions never wavered, even in the face of repeated failures. Edison's belief in himself and his ideas eventually led to the creation of the light bulb, one of the most successful inventions in history. Without self-belief, all other factors, thoughts, actions, and opportunities are ineffective. A person who doesn't believe in their own potential will not take the bold, calculated risks that are necessary for wealth creation. They will also be less likely to recognize opportunities when they arise. In essence, belief in oneself is the foundation that allows all other aspects of Hill's philosophy to function. Building unshakable faith. While belief in oneself is vital, Hill emphasizes that it must be combined with faith, a higher form of belief that extends beyond the personal to encompass a belief in the universe's abundance. Faith is the driving force that keeps individuals going, even when faced with challenges or obstacles. It's the conviction that the universe will provide what is needed when you remain committed to your purpose. Hill suggests that faith is not passive. It's an active force that shapes your experiences. Faith in the process allows you to continue pursuing your goals, even when you don't see immediate results. Hill states, faith is the starting point of all accumulation of riches. Faith is the basis of all miracles and all mysteries which cannot be analyzed by the rules of science. This statement underscores the importance of faith as the first cause in creating the reality you desire. Faith, Hill teaches, is like a magnet that attracts opportunities. When you have faith that wealth is possible for you and that it is already on its way, you set in motion the universal forces that align with your intentions. Without faith, you may give up too soon, or worse, never take the first step. Faith transforms your desire into a powerful, magnetic energy that attracts people, opportunities, and events aligned with your purpose. The role of definite chief aim and desire. In order to activate the power of faith, Hill argues that it must be directed toward a definite chief aim. Wealth is attracted when you have a specific goal in mind and the unwavering belief that you can and will achieve it. Hill suggests writing out a clear statement of your goals, making them as specific and detailed as possible. He also recommends reading this statement aloud daily, as doing so helps to strengthen both belief and faith. The key to definite desire is clarity. A vague or generalized desire for wealth will not work because the energy you are sending out is not specific enough for the universe to respond. A clear, vivid desire, on the other hand, provides the focus needed to channel energy in a particular direction. This is why Hill's process includes not only defining what you want, but also feeling as if you have already achieved it. Visualizing success and feeling the emotions associated with that success is what enables your mind to believe that it is inevitable. Hill's suggestion to write down your goals and read them aloud is a form of autosuggestion. This process strengthens both belief and faith by reminding you of your purpose every day. As you repeat your goal and affirmations, your subconscious mind absorbs them, and they start to take root in your thoughts, feelings, and actions. This repetition builds faith and belief by reinforcing your sense of certainty. Faith and positive mental attitude PMA. Hill also stresses the importance of a positive mental attitude PMA in the wealth building process. A positive attitude is not just about optimism or having a sunny disposition. It's about focusing on solutions rather than problems, on opportunities rather than obstacles. Hill defines PMA as the ability to maintain a belief in success, even in the face of challenges. The energy of wealth is attracted to those who see challenges as opportunities for growth. A negative mindset, however, repels the energy of success. Those who constantly focus on their limitations, their failures, or their obstacles are subconsciously aligning themselves with lack. On the other hand, those who maintain a positive mental attitude focus on the opportunities and growth that can come from adversity. They don't see obstacles as barriers, but as stepping stones toward their goals. Hill goes even further, stating that the combination of faith and a positive mental attitude is the most powerful force in wealth creation. When you combine belief in yourself with an optimistic view of your future, you create a powerful energy that attracts everything you need to achieve your desires. Faith and opportunity. The idea of faith and opportunity is also central to Hill's philosophy. Opportunities to make money and create wealth are everywhere, but they often go unnoticed by those who lack faith. Hill teaches that wealth is not something that is granted to a lucky few, but something that is available to anyone who is open to it. The trick is having faith in the abundance of opportunities around you and acting on them when they appear. When you have faith in the abundance of the universe, you begin to see opportunities in places you never would have looked before. This opens doors and allows you to take advantage of situations that others might overlook. Faith in opportunity involves believing that every situation, no matter how small or insignificant it may seem, holds potential for growth and financial success. Conclusion: faith as the catalyst for wealth. In conclusion, Hill's emphasis on belief and faith as the driving forces behind wealth creation cannot be overstated. Belief in oneself gives you the confidence to pursue your goals, while faith in the process allows you to persist when things get tough. Both are essential for activating the energy that money represents. When you combine these elements with a definite purpose, clear desire, and positive mental attitude, you create an unstoppable force that aligns with the universe and attracts wealth into your life. Part 4: Imagination and Visualization, the path to wealth creation. One of the core ideas in Napoleon Hill's philosophy is that imagination plays a crucial role in wealth creation. Hill asserts that the mind is a powerful tool, capable of turning abstract ideas into tangible outcomes. This section explores how imagination, combined with visualization, serves as a bridge between mental concepts and material reality. Through imagination and the power of mental images, individuals can manifest wealth and success. Imagination as a creative force. Hill emphasizes that imagination is not just a passive mental exercise, but an active creative force that has the potential to shape reality. The imagination allows individuals to formulate ideas, develop plans, and envision the future. These mental images are the first step in the process of wealth creation. Hill categorizes imagination into two types: synthetic imagination and creative imagination. Synthetic imagination refers to the ability to combine existing ideas, concepts, and knowledge in new ways. It is useful for solving problems and improving existing processes or products. Creative imagination, on the other hand, is the ability to create entirely new ideas or visions that have never existed before. Hill believes that this type of imagination is the more powerful of the two, as it allows individuals to think outside the box and create groundbreaking ideas that can lead to significant wealth. Hill's assertion is that wealth comes not from simply copying others, but from having the imagination to create something original, something that adds value to the world in a new way. This creative process is what sets successful individuals apart from others, as they are able to visualize opportunities and solutions where others might see obstacles. The role of visualization in wealth creation. Hill emphasizes that visualization is one of the most effective ways to harness the power of imagination. Visualization involves creating vivid mental images of your goals and seeing yourself already in possession of the wealth or success that you desire. According to Hill, these visualizations must be detailed, realistic, and accompanied by the emotions that would come with achieving these goals. The process of visualization is not just about seeing yourself in the future, but truly feeling the emotions associated with success. For instance, imagine a business owner not only seeing their company thriving, but also feeling the pride, joy, and sense of accomplishment that comes with their success. This emotional connection strengthens the power of the visualization, turning it into a real force that the subconscious mind will begin to work toward manifesting. Hill suggests that you should daily visualize your success, even in the smallest details. The more you immerse yourself in the experience, the more your mind begins to believe that it is already a reality. This process aligns your conscious and subconscious minds, sending out energy to the universe that aligns with your goals. Visualization and the law of attraction. Visualization is closely tied to the law of attraction, a principle that Napoleon Hill frequently references. The law of attraction states that like attracts like. This means that the energy you put out into the world through your thoughts, emotions, and actions will attract similar energy in return. In the context of wealth creation, if you visualize yourself already wealthy, your mental energy will attract the resources, opportunities, and people that align with this vision. Hill teaches that your mental images act like magnets, drawing towards you the circumstances that will help you realize your goals. For example, if your visualization involves achieving a specific financial goal, the universe will begin to align with this vision by creating circumstances that help you bring this vision into reality. However, it is essential to keep in mind that this requires not only mental visualization, but also consistent, focused action in the direction of your goals. Moreover, visualization should not be limited to the big picture. It should extend to daily actions. Successful individuals visualize each step of their journey and mentally rehearse their tasks, allowing them to approach their day with clarity and confidence. Building faith through visualization. One of the most powerful aspects of visualization, according to Hill, is its ability to build faith. When you continuously visualize your success, you begin to form a deep belief that your goal is already within reach. Visualization allows you to feel as though you have already achieved your dreams, reinforcing the idea that wealth is not something you are waiting for, but something that is already on its way. By mentally living in your success, you condition your subconscious mind to operate in alignment with your vision. The subconscious mind, as Hill teaches, is a powerful force that drives your actions and behaviors. When you focus on a specific goal and visualize its achievement, your subconscious mind begins to align your thoughts, emotions, and actions with that goal. Hill also emphasizes that visualization helps to overcome the doubt and fear that often hinder progress. When you vividly imagine yourself succeeding, your fears about failure begin to diminish. You replace self-doubt with self-confidence, and this shift in mentality significantly increases the likelihood of attracting success. Visualization in action. Practical steps. Hill provides a practical guide for incorporating visualization into your daily routine. The process involves the following steps. 1. Write down a clear and concise statement of your goals. Be specific about what you want to achieve and set a timeline for achieving it. This helps focus your mind on the goal and creates a concrete vision. 2. Read your written goal aloud daily. Reading your goal aloud helps reinforce your desire and commitment. You should say it with confidence and believe in its fulfillment. 3. Visualize yourself already in possession of your goal. Find a quiet space each day to close your eyes and visualize yourself achieving your goal. Make the visualization as vivid and detailed as possible. Feel the emotions of success, wealth, and achievement as if they are already real. Or associate the goal with a strong desire. Hill suggests creating a deep emotional connection with your goal. The stronger your desire, the more energy you send out to the universe, increasing your chances of attracting wealth. 5. Take consistent action. Visualization alone is not enough. You must back it up with action every day. Take steps, no matter how small, toward your goal. This sends a message to the universe that you are serious about your vision. The power of imagination and visualization in overcoming challenges. One of the most significant advantages of using imagination and visualization is their ability to help you overcome challenges. Hill notes that setbacks and obstacles are inevitable in the journey to wealth. But with the right mindset, these challenges can be seen as opportunities for growth. Imagination allows you to reframe difficulties as necessary steps toward achieving your goal. When you visualize success, you begin to see challenges as temporary and manageable. Instead of becoming discouraged by obstacles, you view them as part of the process of creating wealth. By maintaining your vision and continuously visualizing success, you develop the resilience needed to push through setbacks and keep moving toward your goal. Conclusion: harnessing imagination and visualization for wealth creation. In conclusion, Hill teaches that the key to wealth creation is not just about taking action, but also about using the power of imagination and visualization to guide and fuel that action. By consistently visualizing success, you harness the energy of the universe and create a mental environment that is conducive to wealth. The clearer and more vivid your visualization, the stronger the energy you put out, and the more likely you are to attract the opportunities, resources, and people that will help you achieve your goals. Visualization and imagination are not just about wishful thinking, but about creating a powerful mental image that aligns with your deepest desires and faith. When combined with faith, a definite purpose, and consistent action, these mental techniques form the foundation for attracting wealth and success. Part 5. The power of environment and relationships in wealth creation. In Napoleon Hill's philosophy, wealth creation is not solely an individual endeavor. Hill stresses that the environment and relationships you cultivate play a pivotal role in determining whether you will achieve financial success. He believes that the people you associate with, the influences that surround you, and the environment in which you operate are powerful forces that shape your ability to attract wealth. This section explores Hill's ideas about the influence of your surroundings and relationships on your path to success. The law of the mastermind collective intelligence. One of Hill's most important concepts is the mastermind, a group of individuals who come together to achieve a common goal. Hill defines the mastermind as a group of people who share ideas, knowledge, and resources in a cooperative effort to achieve success. The collective energy and intelligence of the group, according to Hill, can be far more powerful than any one person's efforts. The idea behind the mastermind is that when like-minded individuals unite, they create a synergy, a force greater than the sum of their individual efforts. Each member brings their own knowledge, skills, and perspectives to the table. And through collaboration, they can solve problems more effectively, generate new ideas, and unlock opportunities that they wouldn't have been able to access on their own. Hill argues that successful individuals are rarely solitary in their endeavors. Instead, they build and surround themselves with a network of people who support their goals, share similar values, and offer insight and expertise that help them reach their objectives. The mastermind group fosters accountability, motivation, and mutual benefit, which are crucial for success. The influence of your environment on your success. Hill argues that your physical and social environment has a direct impact on your ability to succeed. Your environment shapes your thoughts, habits, and behaviors, which in turn influence your outcomes. A negative or toxic environment can breed doubt, fear, and complacency, while a positive, supportive environment can inspire confidence, creativity, and resilience. For example, consider the impact of a cluttered, disorganized workspace compared to a clean, well-organized environment. A cluttered workspace can create mental chaos, making it harder to focus and prioritize tasks. In contrast, a tidy and purposeful space encourages clarity and productivity. Similarly, the people you spend time with can either uplift you or bring you down. Those who have a positive mindset, who encourage you to pursue your dreams, and who provide constructive feedback are invaluable allies on your journey to wealth. Hill advises that to succeed, you must actively curate your environment. This means surrounding yourself with people who support your goals, cutting ties with those who bring negativity, and creating an environment that encourages productivity, creativity, and well-being, whether it's your home, office, or social circles. Your environment should be intentionally structured to align with your desires and ambitions. The importance of relationships and social capital. While much of Hill's philosophy emphasizes internal factors like belief, imagination, and desire, he also highlights the importance of relationships in wealth creation. People often underestimate the value of social capital, which refers to the networks, connections, and relationships that provide access to opportunities, resources, and influence. Hill states that you become the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. This quote emphasizes the importance of choosing your relationships wisely. If you spend time with people who are financially successful, ambitious, and growth-oriented, you are more likely to adopt their mindset and behaviors. Conversely, spending time with people who are negative, complacent, or resistant to change can hinder your progress. Successful individuals know the power of cultivating relationships with people who can help them grow, whether through mentorship, partnership, or collaboration. Hill advises that you seek out mentors, people who have achieved what you desire and who can guide you on your path. A mentor can offer wisdom, support, and advice that can accelerate your journey toward financial success. Additionally, networking with like-minded individuals, whether in business, investments, or personal development, can open doors to new opportunities. Partnerships and collaborations. By connecting with others who share your values and goals, you can tap into a wealth of knowledge and resources that will help you move forward more efficiently. Mastering the art of influence. Another key idea Hill discusses is the concept of influence in the context of wealth creation. Influence is not about manipulation or control, but about inspiring others, building trust, and guiding people toward mutually beneficial outcomes. Hill argues that to succeed, you must master the art of influence, being able to motivate others, get them on board with your vision, and work together to achieve shared goals. Influence is built through authenticity, integrity, and empathy. Successful individuals understand that wealth is not just about accumulating money, it is about creating value and positively influencing others. By building strong relationships based on trust, respect, and mutual benefit, you create a network of supporters who are willing to help you along your journey. Hill emphasizes the importance of developing leadership qualities that inspire others to follow your example. A leader is someone who not only sets a clear direction, but also encourages others to reach their full potential. Through leadership, you can attract collaborators, business partners, clients, and investors who are eager to work with you toward common goals. The power of positive social circles. The people you spend time with shape your mindset and attitudes. Hill encourages you to build relationships with individuals who have a growth mindset, who push you to become better, and who support your vision. Surrounding yourself with people who believe in success, who are working towards similar goals, and who maintain a positive outlook will naturally encourage you to adopt those same beliefs. On the flip side, Hill warns against associating with individuals who are negative, pessimistic, or who discourage you from reaching your goals. These relationships can sap your energy and diminish your belief in yourself and your ability to succeed. Negative influences breed doubt and complacency, while positive influences fuel action and ambition. Hill suggests that you should also be a source of positivity for others by maintaining a mindset of abundance, offering support to others, and sharing your knowledge and resources. You strengthen your own wealth-building journey. The law of reciprocity plays a significant role here. What you give, you will receive. Creating a mastermind group. One of the most effective ways to leverage relationships and environment is to create or join a mastermind group. As mentioned earlier, a mastermind group is a collective of individuals who come together to share knowledge, resources, and ideas. The power of the mastermind lies in the synergy created by diverse perspectives and shared expertise. Hill recommends that you surround yourself with individuals who are more knowledgeable than you in certain areas, who challenge you to grow, and who provide constructive criticism. By doing so, you create an environment where everyone's strengths are maximized, and wealth creation becomes a shared objective. The mastermind group operates on the principle that 2 minds are better than 1, and multiple minds working together can accomplish much more than any one person working alone. Conclusion: environment and relationships as catalysts for wealth. In conclusion, Napoleon Hill's teachings emphasize the profound impact that your environment and relationships have on your wealth creation journey. Surrounding yourself with positive, growth-oriented individuals, creating a supportive environment, and actively engaging in relationships that align with your goals are essential steps to success. By creating a mastermind group and carefully curating your social circles, you leverage the power of collective intelligence, influence, and accountability to accelerate your progress. Wealth is not created in isolation. It thrives in the company of others through collaboration, partnerships, and mutual support. As Hill notes, you become what you think about most of the time. When you think about success, surround yourself with supportive people and create an environment conducive to growth. Success naturally follows. Part 6, the importance of action, turning desire into reality. While thoughts, beliefs, and imagination play a crucial role in attracting wealth, action is the catalyst that transforms desire into tangible results. In Napoleon Hill's philosophy, action is not optional, it is an essential ingredient for success, no matter how clear your vision, how powerful your belief, or how vivid your imagination. Without deliberate, focused action, wealth will not materialize. This section delves into the critical role of taking action and how it interacts with the other elements of Hill's philosophy. The relationship between desire and action. At the heart of Hill's philosophy lies the idea that desire is the starting point of all achievement. However, desire alone is not enough. Hill emphasizes that action is the bridge between desire and success. It is not enough to simply wish for wealth or success. You must take the necessary steps to bring your desires into reality. Hill explains that actions must be aligned with purpose and desire. In other words, actions must not be random or scattered. They must be focused, intentional, and guided by a clear goal. If you have a clear, definite desire and you believe in its possibility, the next step is to commit to taking focused action toward that goal, no matter how challenging the journey may seem. The power of action lies in its ability to manifest your desires in the physical world. For example, you may desire to start a successful business. However, simply wishing for success is not enough. You must take the necessary steps, write a business plan, research the market, find suppliers, make sales calls, and so on. Every small action moves you closer to your goal and helps bring your desire to life. The importance of persistent action. Hill stresses that wealth is not achieved overnight. It is the result of consistent, persistent effort over time. Success rarely comes from a single action, but from the compounding effect of small, deliberate actions taken over a long period. Persistence is the key to overcoming challenges and setbacks, which are inevitable on the road to success. Hill cites examples of famous individuals who achieved success not because of a single breakthrough, but because they continued to act despite facing repeated failures. For instance, Thomas Edison failed thousands of times before successfully inventing the light bulb, and Henry Ford faced numerous obstacles before creating the Ford Motor Company. What set them apart was their determination to keep going, to continue taking action despite setbacks. In Hill's framework, the most successful individuals are those who do not give up when faced with challenges. Instead, they learn from their failures, adjust their actions accordingly, and continue moving forward. Persistence ensures that you remain in the game long enough to see the results of your efforts. The role of definiteness of purpose in action. Hill emphasizes the importance of having a definite purpose to guide your actions. Without a clear purpose, your actions become disjointed and ineffective. A definite purpose provides a direction, focusing your efforts and aligning them with your ultimate goals. A clear, definite purpose also helps you prioritize your actions. In a world full of distractions and competing demands, it can be easy to lose focus and waste time on non-essential tasks. However, when you have a clear goal, every action you take is aligned with that goal. You learn to say no to distractions and focus on what matters most, ensuring that every step you take brings you closer to your desired outcome. For example, if your purpose is to become financially independent, every decision, whether it's investing in a course, networking with others, or reading about personal finance, becomes a step toward that goal. You no longer act on impulse, but follow a well-thought-out plan that reflects your definite purpose. The need for a definite plan and organized action. Hill advises that to turn desire into reality, you must have a definite plan. This plan serves as a roadmap for your actions, ensuring that each step you take is intentional and moving you closer to your ultimate goal. Without a plan, your actions can become scattered, and your results may be inconsistent or lack direction. Your plan should be organized, broken down into manageable steps, and continuously reviewed to ensure progress. Hill suggests creating a written plan and revisiting it regularly. This process of planning and reviewing keeps you on track and focused on your desired outcome. A well-organized plan provides structure and clarity. When you have a concrete plan, you can confidently take action. Knowing that each step you take is part of a larger strategy, this eliminates confusion and allows you to make steady, measurable progress. Mastering self-discipline and overcoming procrastination. One of the biggest obstacles to taking action is procrastination. Hill discusses how procrastination, fueled by fear and self-doubt, is one of the biggest barriers to success. It is easy to delay action when faced with uncertainty or fear of failure. However, Hill stresses that self-discipline is essential to overcoming procrastination and consistently taking action towards your goals. Hill's advice is simple: start now. Even if you don't feel ready or confident, take the first step. Once you start moving, momentum will build, and the fear and doubt will begin to subside. Self-discipline is about taking small, consistent actions, even when the initial steps seem difficult or uncomfortable. Over time, these small actions will compound into significant progress. Self-discipline also involves staying focused on your goals and avoiding distractions. It means choosing long-term rewards over short-term gratification and sticking to your plan even when it requires effort and sacrifice. The power of action in the face of fear and doubt. Fear and doubt are natural emotions that arise when pursuing big goals, especially when the outcome is uncertain. However, Hill argues that successful people are those who take action despite fear, rather than waiting for fear and doubt to disappear. Successful individuals take action in spite of them. Hill explains that fear is often the enemy of progress. Fear can paralyze you, prevent you from taking risks, and keep you stuck in your comfort zone. However, fear can also be transformed into energy when you choose to take action. By acting despite fear, you send a signal to the universe that you are committed to your goals, and this commitment often leads to opportunities and solutions that you may not have encountered otherwise. For example, an entrepreneur who fears rejection but continues to pitch their idea to potential investors demonstrates that they are committed to their goal. Regardless of the potential outcome, each action they take, despite the fear, brings them closer to their desired outcome. Conclusion: action as the key to unlocking wealth. In conclusion, Hill teaches that action is the key to turning your desires into reality. Without action, even the clearest goals and the strongest beliefs will remain unfulfilled. Action must be deliberate, focused, and consistent. It must be guided by a definite purpose, a well-organized plan, and self-discipline. Persistence in taking calculated risks in the face of fear are essential to success. By mastering the art of taking purposeful action and committing to it despite setbacks, you align yourself with the forces of success and wealth. Hill's advice is clear: take action, and wealth will follow. Part 7. The power of positive mental attitude and faith in wealth creation. In Napoleon Hill's philosophy, the mental attitude you cultivate plays an indispensable role in determining your success. Hill emphasizes that your thoughts, beliefs, and emotions shape your actions and ultimately influence your ability to attract wealth. Central to his teachings is the concept of a positive mental attitude (PMA), which he describes as the key to overcoming obstacles in achieving any goal, including financial success. In this section, we will explore the importance of maintaining a positive mental attitude, the role of faith in wealth creation, and how to master these qualities to align your thoughts with your goals. What is positive mental attitude (PMA)? Hill defines a positive mental attitude (PMA) as the mental state of optimism, confidence, and resilience. Regardless of external circumstances, it is the mindset that no matter what challenges you face, you can overcome them and ultimately succeed. PMA is about focusing on solutions rather than problems, believing in your ability to succeed, and taking positive action toward your goals, even when faced with adversity. The power of PMA lies in its ability to shape your reality. According to Hill, your mental attitude influences the energy you emit into the world. A positive mindset attracts positive outcomes, while a negative mindset repels opportunities and causes you to see obstacles instead of opportunities. Essentially, PMA acts as a magnet for success. It draws opportunities, people, and situations that align with your desires and aspirations. Hill teaches that having a PMA doesn't mean you ignore challenges or pretend everything is easy. Instead, it's about maintaining the belief that no matter the circumstances, you are capable of navigating through difficulties and reaching your goal. By maintaining a constructive attitude and focusing on what you can control, you make better decisions and take more effective actions. The role of faith in wealth creation. In Hill's view, faith is one of the most powerful tools in manifesting your desires. While belief is important, Hill emphasizes that faith is a deeper, more convincing force. Faith is not just believing in your ability to succeed, it is having a deep, unwavering confidence in the process of manifestation and in the abundance of the universe. Hill explains that faith acts as a bridge between your conscious desires and the subconscious mind. When you have faith, you trust that the universe will respond to your desires and bring the necessary opportunities, resources, and people into your life. Faith strengthens your conviction that wealth is already on its way to you, and that belief fuels your actions, making you resilient to setbacks and failures. Importantly, Hill makes the distinction that faith must be backed by consistent, purposeful action. Faith, on its own, cannot bring wealth. It must be coupled with the actions and behaviors that align with your desires. Without faith, your actions will lack the conviction needed to create the energy necessary for wealth creation. But with unshakable faith, every step you take is infused with the confidence that your goal is achievable, and this positive energy propels you forward. Faith and positive mental attitude, the interconnected forces. Hill teaches that faith and positive mental attitude, PMA, are interdependent and work together to create the mental conditions necessary for wealth. Your PMA establishes the mindset that all obstacles are temporary, and faith strengthens this mindset by infusing you with the belief that success is inevitable. When you approach challenges with both a positive attitude and an unshakable belief in the outcome, you align yourself with the forces that will guide you to success. Faith fuels your motivation and keeps you focused on the positive outcomes you expect, even when external circumstances suggest otherwise. A positive attitude, backed by faith, helps you remain persistent in your efforts and optimistic about your ability to overcome any difficulty. You begin to see challenges not as insurmountable barriers, but as opportunities to learn and grow. In essence, Hill emphasizes that faith transforms obstacles into opportunities. When you truly believe in your ability to succeed, your mind shifts from focusing on problems to seeking solutions. This change in focus, coupled with your positive attitude, allows you to attract and recognize opportunities that would otherwise remain hidden. Developing and strengthening your PMA and faith. Hill offers several practical steps for developing and strengthening both PMA and faith. 1. Start each day with positive affirmations. Hill recommends starting your day by affirming your goals, affirming your faith in your abilities, and expressing gratitude for the abundance in your life. These daily affirmations program your subconscious mind to expect success and build a positive mental attitude. You can write a list of positive affirmations that reflect your desires and read them aloud each morning to set the tone for the day. 2. Visualize your success. Visualization is an extremely powerful tool for cultivating faith in PMA. Picture yourself already in possession of your desired wealth. Feel the emotions that come with success, and immerse yourself in the experience of having achieved your goals. Visualization strengthens your faith by helping you internalize the belief that success is already yours. 3. Associate with like-minded individuals. Surrounding yourself with people who share your values and who also have a positive mindset can greatly influence your own attitude. When you are in the company of others who think positively and take proactive action, you are more likely to adopt the same mindset and behaviors. Being part of a mastermind group, as Hill suggests, is an excellent way to build a network of individuals who encourage and motivate each other. Or embrace gratitude. Gratitude is one of the most powerful ways to strengthen faith. By acknowledging the abundance you already have in your life, you align yourself with the energy of wealth and success. Gratitude helps shift your focus away from lack and toward the positive aspects of your life, making you more receptive to new opportunities. 5. Be consistent and persistent. One of the most important aspects of faith in PMA is persistence. Even when challenges arise, you must remain consistent in your positive thoughts and actions. Persistence is the driving force that ensures you don't give up when faced with obstacles. Trust in your plan and keep moving forward with faith that success will eventually come. 6. Control your thoughts. Hill emphasizes that you have the ability to control your thoughts and emotions. By consciously choosing to maintain a positive mindset, even in the face of adversity, you are actively cultivating a positive mental attitude. Monitor your thoughts and replace any negativity with positive, constructive thoughts. The importance of faith in the law of attraction. Hill is one of the earliest proponents of what we now call the law of attraction. The idea that like attracts like. He teaches that faith and PMA are the energies that help align you with the abundance of the universe. When you have faith in your goals and a positive mental attitude, you begin to attract opportunities that resonate with the energy you are emitting. Hill explains that the law of attraction works through faith and persistence. The more you believe in the inevitability of your success, the more you will attract the people, resources, and circumstances needed to achieve it. This law operates not just through mental energy, but through action and belief, creating a powerful cycle of attraction. Conclusion: faith and PMA as pillars of wealth creation. In conclusion, the combination of positive mental attitude and faith is essential for wealth creation. Hill's teachings underscore the idea that success is not just about hard work and external actions, but about aligning your thoughts, beliefs, and emotions with your desired outcomes. By maintaining a positive, resilient attitude and cultivating unwavering faith in your ability to succeed, you become a powerful magnet for the wealth and success you desire. Through consistent affirmation, visualization, gratitude, and action, you can cultivate these two forces, PMA and faith, to create the mental environment necessary for wealth creation. The more you reinforce your belief in yourself and maintain a positive outlook, the more you will attract opportunities, people, and situations that will lead you to financial success. Part 8. Mastering the mindset for wealth, overcoming fear, doubt, and negative influences. In Napoleon Hill's philosophy, overcoming fear and doubt is crucial for attracting wealth, while Hill emphasizes the power of thoughts, beliefs, and faith. He also acknowledges that the path to success is not free from challenges. The human mind is often bogged down by fear, doubt, and negative influences that hinder progress and prevent individuals from achieving their full potential. In this section, we will explore Hill's insights on how to conquer fear, manage doubt, and neutralize negative influences, creating a clear mental path for attracting wealth. The nature of fear, the greatest enemy to wealth. Hill refers to fear as the most destructive force when it comes to wealth creation. Fear can prevent people from taking the necessary action, pursuing their goals, and believing in their own potential. He categorizes fear into 6 basic fears that inhibit success. 1. Fear of poverty. This fear of not having enough money or resources is often the most common and debilitating fear. This fear can cause people to avoid taking risks, to settle for mediocrity, and to avoid opportunities that could lead to financial growth. 2. Fear of criticism. The fear of being judged or criticized by others can stop people from acting on their ideas, particularly when it comes to entrepreneurship or innovation. This fear leads to hesitation and self-doubt, preventing people from pursuing their dreams. 3. Fear of ill health. The fear of poor health can limit one's energy, focus, and ability to take action. When people focus too much on their health fears, they may become overly cautious and avoid activities or ventures that could lead to success. 4. Fear of loss of love. The fear of losing the love and approval of others can hold people back from pursuing their goals. This fear can result in people staying in unhealthy relationships or situations that limit their growth and success. 5. Fear of old age. The fear of growing older and not achieving one's goals can lead to anxiety and procrastination. People who are fixated on age may worry that time is running out to reach their goals, which creates a mental block that delays action. 6. Fear of death, while more existential. The fear of death can cause people to avoid taking risks or making bold decisions. It can also contribute to the overall sense of lack of time or urgency that paralyzes people from making decisions that would lead to success. Hill teaches that these fears are learned and can be unlearned. They are mental patterns that have been ingrained over time but can be conquered through positive thinking. Faith and action. The first step in overcoming these fears is to identify them and recognize how they are limiting progress. Conquering fear with faith and action. Hill explains that the antidote to fear is faith. Faith in oneself, faith in the process, and faith in the abundance of the universe can eliminate fear. When you have faith in your ability to achieve wealth and success, the fear of failure dissipates. By having a clear goal and faith in its achievement, you build the confidence needed to push past fear. Hill also emphasizes that taking action is another way to overcome fear. Fear thrives in a state of inaction. When you take decisive steps toward your goal, you break the cycle of fear and inertia. The more you act, the more you build self-confidence and diminish the power of fear. Hill suggests that you don't have to wait for the perfect moment to act. Simply start, and momentum will carry you forward. The role of doubt in wealth creation. Doubt is another powerful force that can sabotage success. Hill defines doubt as the absence of belief, the mental block that stops individuals from fully committing to their goals. Doubt often arises from a lack of self-belief, past failures, or negative feedback from others. It leads to hesitation, indecision, and inaction, which prevents progress. Hill stresses that doubt can be combated through faith and clarity of purpose. Just as faith works to neutralize fear, it can also eliminate doubt. When you truly believe in the inevitability of your success, doubt has no place in your mind. In addition to faith, Hill advises individuals to focus on their desires and continually affirm their goals. By concentrating on the specific outcome they want to achieve, they can strengthen their belief and push through the fog of doubt. Another way to combat doubt is by shifting your focus from the negative to the positive. Rather than dwelling on potential failures or difficulties, focus on the opportunities that come with pursuing your goals. Even when facing obstacles, see them as temporary setbacks, not permanent barriers. Eliminating negative influences. Negative influences, whether from other people or from your own inner critic, are a significant barrier to wealth creation. These influences can be toxic, draining your energy and convincing you that success is out of reach. Hill warns against associating with individuals who are negative, pessimistic, or unsupportive of your goals. To counteract negative influences, Hill suggests the following. Guard your mind. Be selective about what you allow into your mind. Surround yourself with positive affirmations, uplifting thoughts, and people who support your vision. Protect yourself from the influence of negative news, gossip, or pessimistic individuals. 2. Avoid toxic relationships. If someone in your life constantly undermines your confidence, belittles your goals, or drags you down, it's important to reconsider that relationship. Negative relationships can become a significant drain on your energy and undermine your ability to take positive action. 3. Surround yourself with positivity. Seek out mentors, mastermind groups, and like-minded individuals who share your goals and vision. Being in the company of others who believe in your potential will lift your own belief and motivation. Feed your mind with success-oriented material. Read books, listen to podcasts, or attend seminars that focus on personal growth. Wealth creation and positive mindset. This will constantly reinforce the beliefs and behaviors that lead to success. The power of persistence in overcoming fear and doubt. Hill argues that persistence is one of the most critical factors in overcoming fear, doubt, and negative influences. even when you encounter setbacks, rejection, or failures. Persistence allows you to keep moving forward. Those who succeed are not the ones who never experience failure, but the ones who refuse to give up. Persistence is fueled by faith in your goal and a positive mental attitude. When you persist despite obstacles, you send a strong message to the universe that you are serious about your goal. This persistence, combined with belief, ensures that wealth will eventually flow into your life. Conclusion: fear, doubt, and negative influences are not permanent. In conclusion, Napoleon Hill's teachings show that fear, doubt, and negative influences are not permanent barriers but mental constructs that can be eliminated through faith, positive thinking, and consistent action. By confronting these challenges directly, you can shift your mindset to one that is aligned with success. Hill's philosophy teaches that the road to wealth is paved with confidence, persistence, and self-belief, qualities that allow you to overcome the inner and outer obstacles that stand in your way. Fear can be eliminated by faith and action. Doubt can be conquered with clarity of purpose and consistent belief. Negative influences can be avoided by carefully curating your environment and relationships, surrounding yourself with positivity and like-minded individuals. As Hill teaches, wealth is not just about external circumstances, but about mastering your mind, overcoming your fears, and aligning your thoughts and actions with your desires. By doing so, you unlock the full potential of your mindset, setting the stage for success and financial abundance. If you're ready to take control of your financial future, hit that subscribe button and join us as we dive into more life-changing principles from Napoleon Hill. Don't forget to leave a comment below and let us know how these principles are helping you attract wealth. And as always, remember, the wealth you desire is within you, and it starts with the right mindset. See you in the next video.